Hello everybody and welcome. They call me LDZ, aka Lord Diaz, and this is a very special episode of the Level 99 live stream where we are feeling fine all the way up here at level 99. And today I'm feeling kind of conflicted because it is Darish's birthday. Wait a minute, I thought Darish loved AEW. I was rocking the AEW for him. Oh, he's also a fucking creep. So fuck you, Derek. Really, fuck you. Respectfully. Once again, we are here to celebrate the live, life, laugh, and love of one Darkside Phil, aka DSP. And once again, the guy has made 2024 his redemption arc, which is an unfortunate term of phrase. But we're not going to get into that. What we're going to get into is a very special edition. It's going to be a double header today. That's right. We're going to be live reacting to two clips from DSP's Level 1 podcast. Because he had a lot of things to say after a very eventful evening stream just the other day. That's right. Darkside Phil decided to cart his wife out in front of the camera after a 5-year sabbatical, and the internet was not kind to it.
I don't believe in human rights.
There are a lot of opinions as to if people need to kind of back off of Phil and his wife. A lot of people are saying that Darkside Phil is once again trying to monetize the people and things around him for his own benefit. A lot of people have a lot of very strong opinions about what was going on, and so of course he had to address everything today on his Level 1 podcast, and we're here for it. So you're not here to see me, y'all. We're here to laugh at the guy, but before we do that, let me just present something to you guys. Just a little thing. If you see this right here. Yeah, we're trying to get this YouTube channel to partner, and I don't know, what is it about me? Am I not pretty enough? Is my microphone levels not right? Is this just not what you're looking for? I need input, guys. So in the comment section, let me know what you like and what you don't like about this channel, and I will take it into consideration, but I can't make any promises. So with all that being said, how about we just jump right on in and see what the guy's getting into. Ladies and gentlemen, the boy DSP. Here's my thing. I'm trying to get my channel to partner before he gets a third channel to partner. Like, what's going on here? I don't understand. Maybe we'll figure it out together. Let's find out.
So the good news is, right? Highest number of members we've ever had on the channel. Positivity and support are great right now, right? I mean, let's be honest. Things have been...
So when he says positivity and support, he literally just means support, and by that he means money. When he paraded his wife out in front of the camera, they got like $300 that stream.
This song is sponsored by the Shadow Government.
My big question is, how much of that money will Khat see? He thinks that parading his wife in front of the camera is going to save the channel. And if it's anything like it has been, he will introduce something new to the channel, whether it be a new game or a new segment. And there will be initial interest because obviously we watched the car wreck to see the car wreck And I mean, there will be initial interest. Everybody's going to be watching it. Everybody's going to be donating. But then people are going to get bored of it because Phil, unfortunately, has this inane ability to take something that is successful and then drive it into the ground.
Been going really good on the channel recently. I think you guys are enjoying all of the positive change, all of the new things in 2024 so far. We're only 12 days into 2024 and everything's going great, right?
You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put a little free use juice on this. So there you go, buddy boy. You won't be clapping these cheeks today.
But there is a possibility of something negative, and it's really eating away at me. This is what sucks. So here's the thing.
It's really eating away at him. God, make it too easy.
No. How gifted memberships work on YouTube when it comes to like revenue recognition. What does that mean?
It means this guy is hounding YouTube for his money because somebody named Duty gifted him about $2,000 worth of memberships to his channel. First off, I need to say, what the fuck?
Oh shit! Oh shit!
And second of all, what the fuck?
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Does this look like $2,000 worth of content to you? Really? Really?
It means, let's say for example, you were to gift me 10 memberships today. Thank you, right, for that if you did. I don't know when I actually see the benefit from that.
The benefit is now you have 10 new members to the channel, which in turn will hopefully get enough interest in the channel to where maybe they would consider re-upping their membership. But your channel fucking sucks and nobody watches your shit unironically.
If someone were to just buy a membership right now, within a day or two, I should technically see that like in my revenue dashboard on my channel, and it should count, and it should say, okay, here's what you made this month. And what
take a note of this, put a pin in this. He just said that according to him, he'll be able to see in real time what his revenue is going to be for the month. Now, put a pin in that. We're going to remember that. That's going to be a secret tool that we use later on.
to expect when you get paid by YouTube next month. Well,
Gross. Gross.
as you know, earlier this week, on the 7th, I received 200 gifted memberships from Nikita. Whoever that is, because
I'm sorry. You know, sometimes misinformation, it can come from a place of malice, or it can come from a place of ignorance. And in this situation, I did everything right. I did nothing wrong. Hear me out. I got my gifted memberships mixed up because somebody also gifted a bunch of memberships under the name Duty. But that's not the real Duty, and this isn't the real Nikita either. This is OIC. OIC and a sock account gifting memberships to the channel to keep the channel afloat.
that's not a regular. That's not someone who talks in the chat. It's just someone who dropped 200 memberships on the community. You guys got them. As you can see, we still have them. They still count, right? You all have them.
By the way, look at this. It's written backwards and this cuts off. He has 1,102 members, right? He said that he was happy with just having 400 members, and then it turned to 5, and then it turned to 6, and now he's asking for 1,115. Like, what the fuck?
DJ Smokey, 666, bitch.
Who is watching this shit? His channel probably has 2 to 3, maybe 4, 500, 600 if it's a good day watching his channel, and most of it is just people that hate watch him. It's not. So where is he getting these 1,000 members from? Like, why don't you just give him just straight up the money? I don't know. Like,
The next day on the 8th, another 200 gifted members.
this is what I was talking about.
Like, whoa, same thing from this Nikita person. And we're all so grateful and happy.
Misinformation. I apologize. I apologize that this guy is making me look bad.
It's such an awesome, positive feeling, right? And then a day passed, and then on the 10th, so this was back on Wednesday,
Gross.
during my daytime stream, another 100 memberships dropped, and this time it was by someone whose account was named Duty.
Duty. A duty.
Another one.
A duty. Just being able to say his name out loud is just like chef's kiss.
Now, immediately this caused drama. Why? Because one of my detractors slash restreamers slash hate watchers slash internet stalkers, their name is like Duty Streams or something like that.
You know what his name is because you watch his content constantly, and I hope that you do the same for me. I hope you do. I hope you do. I wish I didn't do that because now my like, share, and subscribe is out of the way. So we'll fix that. Sorry for all that. There we go. Very nice. Let's keep going.
And people were like, oh, was it them? Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, Phil, if you're watching this video, how's it going, buddy? Maybe unblock me on X. I would love to send you thumbnail ideas because your thumbnails fucking suck, bro.
Yes, it was. So thank you so much to Duty Streams for gifting me 100 memberships.
It's funny too because it really wasn't Duty Streams. Like, obviously it wasn't Duty Streams, but the name of the person that gifted all the subs was just named Duty. It was not Duty Streams. So he's once again taking a little piece, a little nugget of truth, and then turning it and spinning it into all of this.
No, I don't think it was them. You know, it's a stupid association. But, I mean, you could definitely say...
Big ups and shout out to Duty Streams.
Isn't that kind of weird that this particular person is using that name and then gifting 100 memberships to your community? Yeah, it is weird. And again, we looked at the account. The account has existed for 3 years. It's not like a brand new dummy account made on YouTube. Who knows why an account named Duty, all of a sudden, they've never spoken in the chat, and they're dropping...
You mean like all of OIC's sock accounts? Like Nikita? I mean, I don't follow Phil's chat unless it's screen capped and someone gets a Jade-ism in there, like not feeling very oozy, you know?
100 memberships on the channel, right? Now, obviously, I don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
Very poor choice of words there, Philly.
I'm happy for this. And by the way, if you guys haven't noticed, all of you have kept these gifted memberships. You have them all, so it looks like they've stuck, right?
This is important. The viewers got what was the intention of the gifted subs. They now have the ability to all of these great features that are afforded to you on his channel. The crown badge, you don't have to adhere to slow mode. You have precedents as to like polls and what games should be played and all of that good stuff. There's just so many benefits because DSP here is about the viewer.
Except, you know, I'm checking every day on YouTube. It's now been 5 business days since I received that first batch of gifted memberships. Remember, it was the 7th I said? They still haven't counted them towards my revenue on the channel.
And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the reason for the season, the reason why the guy is even bringing this up. You are all getting the benefits. He is getting diddly squat. He ain't getting that money. The cheddar. Nobody is spreading any cheddar on this cracker right here.
It's as if they don't exist. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean that YouTube is skeptical about a large amount of gifted memberships? By the way, I just kicked the camera. Sorry about that.
He's so mad that he didn't get that money. Yeah. He went ahead and kicked the camera. What did the camera ever do to you? Besides.
And doesn't want to count them because they're worried that maybe, you know, it was a fraudulent thing. I don't know. See, here's the thing with me. I don't track this stuff.
And there we are. Remember, we're going to pull that pin right out from underneath our earlier conversation where he says that he has a dashboard where he can check his revenue and see how much money he's got coming in. Now, this isn't any of my business, this isn't any of your business, but somehow, some way, the guy always makes it a point to let it be known what his money situation is. Isn't that weird? And then he gets mad. The guy gets mad when anybody brings it up to him, because like obviously you want to continue the conversation. If he deems it so important that his money needs to be addressed, you would think that you would want to continue the conversation. That's not how it works on the Level 1 podcast.
You just let it ride, and then whatever you get, and whatever you don't, right? And in general, the estimate that YouTube gives you of your revenue for the month is usually correct. And then what ends up happening a lot
Gross.
What ends up happening a lot is when they do their final like month-end estimates of your income, sometimes your income will actually shoot up because there's things in there that weren't factored in properly over the month. That's
Do you tell your audience when you get that little extra boost, you can go, hey, ladies and gentlemen, you guys don't have to worry about the tip goal. You don't have to worry about the memberships or any of that, because YouTube said, I'm getting a little bit of extra. No, you know he's keeping that information to himself. How often do you think YouTube tells him you're going to get this much? And then right before or while the check was being cut, once that direct deposit hits, he goes, oh, okay, bet, cool. Yeah, no, he ain't saying that. He ain't saying that. My man be crying poor 24/7, 365. And that's your problem.
Happen where it says, oh, you're gonna make this much, okay, and then I actually get paid, and I'm like, oh, it's actually more.
This is the first time he's ever said anything about this kind of shit. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? He always has to spin the tail in order to help the conversation he's having in the moment. In the moment. Classic narcissistic tendency right there. Unless it's benefiting him in the here and the now, he will say and do anything.
Than what they had said I was going to get, and that's kind of a good thing. It's a little bonus or whatever.
Kind of a little good thing.
So, that's the thing, like, you guys have the memberships, right? Oh, and by the way, I have to move the pop.
By the way, Ava Cowboy Fan 1996, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why don't you just sub to this channel and help somebody that, you know, could use the little bump?
Pop-ups. I'm very glad. Thank you very much to...
I'm sorry, I probably don't make shit content. And that's what you're into. I mean, I can make shit content. I'm trying.
The Cowboy Fan 1996 for doing that. Because I got to remember, I got to move this back down to the bottom right now after our special stream on Wednesday night. It's a good reminder there. So yeah, like, you guys kept the membership. It's not like YouTube said, oh, well, we're skeptical, so we're taking them away or anything. You guys still have them. That's good. And you know what? I'm happy that even if this is some kind of a weird, big fraud campaign against me,
everything is just some sort of weird campaign against him. I swear the corner demons are getting to his brain, because like right now he's looking at the corner. He's looking at the chat. He's trying to see if anybody's agreeing or disagreeing with him. Like, he always, like, maybe there's a good reason for this. Like, does it matter right now? What can you do? What can you do about this except for waiting? It's only been 5 days, my guy. It's only the 12th of January. We're not even halfway through the month. And like, now we're launching into an investigation, trying to figure out where this money where this money is coming from and where it's going.
at least you guys are keeping the memberships and keeping all the benefits. I'm happy for that. I'd rather have you keep them. You know what I'm saying?
But gross. Why? God damn it, you're so fucking gross.
You take the bubbles and shut them up your fucking ass. How about that? But, you know, I have to be skeptical. You guys have to remember something. I've had so many malicious, fraudulent, even criminal things happen to me over the years.
Oh, this is rich coming from the guy that committed tax fraud, so he could declare bankruptcy.
You know, remember years ago, someone was coming in with insane amounts of fake tips that were from actual stolen credit cards they bought off the black market.
I'm glad you brought that up, because on the day of Darish's birthday, the AEW fan himself, Darish, you pronounce it with the H at the end, Darish, from what I've been told. Legend and lore, the scriptures were written that once upon a time, Darish took their parents' credit card and decided to tip Philly Boy over here.
Llama al departamento de bomberos. Tenemos bombas.
And that's fraudulent. That's you know, criminal, you know, spending somebody else's money without their, you know, express intent. What do you think he has to say about that? Not much.
And so they would come in and do these tip bombs, and the next thing you know, they weren't real. And then I had to basically undo them and uncount them. And you know, it's a big mess. It's a big thing. There's all kinds of stuff like that over the.
My man is telling me that addition and subtraction is very difficult for this guy. For the guy that consistently berates his audience, his chat, during his daily audit as to how good the super chats were, how good the tips were, how good the positivity and the support was. It just, there's two different sides of this. We're on two different sides of the spectrum here.
That have happened, chargebacks and stuff. So yeah.
I thought you won every chargeback. Does it not matter that you tried to attempt to charge back because you win all of them? This is what you've said before. Do not, editors, maybe do a hard cut to DSP saying that he wins all of his chargebacks. I don't have any producers. I ain't got that kind of money.
Yeah, when I get a big thing of positivity.
There it is. The code word for money, for support, is positivity. Like all the trolls, all of the detractors, all of the hate watchers, we're negative. But when you give Phil money, you are positive. You are spreading positivity.
Like that, like these member bombs. I do have to kind of be skeptical. It's kind of the better thing to do, is to err on the side of caution rather than just say, yeah, I'm just going to get it no matter what. You know, so I'm looking, I'm like, dude, it's been almost a week, 5 business days.
Dude, when do you get paid from YouTube? Actually, I know the answer to this question is the 21st, or around the 21st. You know why? Because this guy went off on a tirade about how he didn't know when he was going to get paid because the 21st was going to land on a weekday or on a holiday, and he was bitching that he wasn't going to get his money. It's always a bitch and a moan about his money.
And still YouTube's not counting these memberships. What is going on with that? All right? So I don't know.
You're not going to get that money until you get paid. So who gives a fuck what the amount is? You just said that the revenue tab or whatever you see inside of your studio or your dashboard or whatever, it sometimes can be inconsistent. So I don't see what the problem is. What are we doing here? Why are we doing this? Why are we having this conversation? Why am I...
And I actually don't even know if YouTube will even confirm or deny these memberships by the end of the month. I mean, we still have like 2-3 weeks left in the month.
2 or 3 weeks left in the month. So like, why is this such a big problem to you right now?
I don't know how YouTube does it. The only thing I could do is at some point, if it's still like, let's say I wait another week and it's still not showing up, maybe I could try to contact YouTube help.
Maybe. Hey, I had a bunch of gifted memberships sent to a bunch of bots, bunch of U-bots on my channel by a guy who pretended to be somebody else. And I feel like there's a big conspiracy against me that I'm not getting this money because this fake person was sending out fake memberships to fake accounts. Yeah.
Like they have a chat.
Do you really want to shine a spotlight on this situation there, Philly boy? Maybe you should just let it ride and see what happens.
Take a look at this and let me know what's going on. But the last time I tried to contact them for help, they don't help at all. It's just someone sitting there in like a call center on a computer going through a checklist of answers, and they don't understand the answers themselves. They have no like...
You know why? I'm gonna tell you why. Because people like you are constantly bombarding them with the dumbest questions. Hey, how come my gifted memberships are not showing up in my revenue thing? Well, because everybody gets gifted memberships, and everybody, like, you're not just the only YouTuber in the world. You're not special. It's redundancy. Like, that's why you talk to a machine before you talk to a human when you try to do customer service stuff. You always talk to the machine because that machine will weed out the non-important problems that some people are having on the platform.
Self-consciousness of what they're talking about. They're just typing answers off of a sheet that they're told to answer from. They don't know anything.
You don't know anything. You stupid. You are stupid. You don't know anything. You just said you don't know. And now you're slamming the people that could potentially help you. Like, this is where I'm coming from. This is why I feel justified in doing this type of stuff, because this dumb motherfucker, I swear, he has such an entitled outlook on life that everybody should fall to his knees and to every of his whims, just like drop everything and take care of his precious little problems, his precious first world problems. Like,
okay, so it might be completely worthless. I don't know. I mean, if anything, you know, if at least I could talk to them and be like, hey, what's the maximum amount of time I need to wait to confirm I'm actually going to get, you know, something positive from a gifted membership, or that you guys might reverse it or whatever. I don't know. It's weird that they're keeping him all in limbo like that.
Gross.
Because think about it. 500 plus gifted memberships in limbo. That's a lot. That's a...
Probably YouTube be like, this guy who only gets about a couple hundred views per stream or per video is getting a massive amount of gifted memberships. Something seems a little off. Maybe we need to investigate this further. Just a thought. Just a thought.
Ton of income. That could help me a lot.
A lot? Is there a new WWE Champions event? Are we collecting more sweaty JPEGs?
Think about that. I mean, that's a ton. That's super helpful if that actually counts.
Imagine all the DoorDash you can get from that. Imagine.
Towards the channel, that could help so much.
With
to
what?
Moving forward next month.
With what? Fixing your bathroom? Fixing your shower that doesn't work? Fixing your garage that has mold in it? The trips to the dump that cost money? You know, your washing machine? All of these things that you have revealed to your audience that isn't working. You said your house is in complete disarray. Like, everything is falling into disrepair. Where is this money going to go to? Where is this hypothetical money going to go to? Let me just spitball here, and let me just maybe give the idea that those things are not going to get done, and that all this money is going to go to WWE Champions, DoorDash, and Jen.
So I hope they're real. I hope they count. I'm glad you guys got them and are still reaping the benefits of them. But if I don't get them, yeah, that really stinks.
Really stinks for him, because that is the big problem there. I'm glad you guys got your benefits, but I'm not seeing it.
Okay? So that's the only real negative thing that I really have to talk about right now. All right? And I want to get that out of the way because we have so much good positive stuff to focus on today's show.
So put a pin in that. He just said that he's done talking about negative stuff in so many words. That was the one big negative, and he wants to go positive now. This is positive side Phil coming out.
I'd rather get that out of the way. Obviously, I'll let you know.
Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will. You always do, buddy. You always do.
I don't know when I'll get information. I might never get information. I might not know till I get paid by YouTube in a month.
In a month? Try 10 or so days. Try 9 so days. Like, wait a week, dude. Wait a week, dude. You're acting like a crackhead right now trying to get that money. What's the matter? What's the matter, guy? You need that money for something? Did you overspend a little bit on Hogan pulls?
All right, that really sucks.
For who?
So, it is what it is, but...
That's self-defeating. Like, I saw this on the internet where it was like, it is what it is. That is like a self-defeating, like, saying. It's like it's the cutoff. Like, there's nothing that you can do after that. It is what it is. Like, that is a defeat. You're truly defeated if it is what it is. I don't know. Just let it ride. See what happens, man. It's only the 12th. You get paid on the 21st. You're good. You're good.
Let's at least be happy for the fact that the channel is at a record high. I mean, 1170 is the record. Hell, being over 1100 is crazy, right?
Yeah, like, be grateful for what you got, you stupid. Be grateful. Instead of saying, you know, I'm kind of worried that these gifted memberships are not going to go through the way that I expect them to. However, I am grateful and happy that everybody gets to reap the rewards and the benefits of being a member to the channel. No, it's about, I didn't get paid. It's not telling me I'm getting paid for this, for my hard work. Get fucked. Get fucked.
I got the drip going.
Huge shout out to Snort Hogan also for the clip. We got 2 clips from that channel. I will put it in the description.
Faucet that's dripping. Can't make it stop. I'm gonna have to.
And then off to the next one. We got 2. This is a double header. And I'm gonna tell you what, if you follow this channel at all, first off, thank you. Appreciate you. I said earlier in the last DSP versus LGT video that it was going to be a double feature. It was going to be an LGT video and then a Review Tech USA video. And then lo and behold, Review Tech USA said that he was going to go on a DSP sabbatical. And then he decided to come back to the Vortex not even 2 days later. So like everything that I had said in that video, I had it rendered and ready to go. I had a thumbnail for it and everything, but Review Tech USA went and fucked it all up. And everything that I said in that video was moot and not even worth putting up there. However, a little backstory here. The only reason why I'm doing these type of videos is because this is what you guys like to watch. And you got to give the people what they want. And it is fun clowning on the guy because it is just so easy to do. So if you have gone this far, thank you so much for hanging out with me, hanging out with us, and let's enjoy this second helping of Dark Side Phil, thanks to Snort Hogan.
Now the funny part is, and I'll say this too, because I started seeing a pattern of negativity on the videos, okay?
Yes, and here's the big thing. A lot of people are saying that this is an op, that DSP and Mike Clume and all them, under the guidance of Mike Clume, who was doing a documentary on the guy, said that you need to get ahead of people noticing Khat, because Khat has not been on stream, has not been on camera. Nobody has seen Khat outside of a couple blurry photographs from people out there in the real world. And I mean, to be honest, if I could just give a personal opinion on this, the first time she was on stream with him, she didn't look happy. She did not want to be there. I feel like she was probably coerced. I feel like that this wasn't her decision. I feel like he paraded her out there because Phil had something to prove, you know? And it just was more of the same once he paraded Khat out in front of everybody 5 years later, this past Wednesday. And it was not a good look, my guy. Like, the only thing that I could say about it is that I have nothing to say about it. What can I say that the other detractors haven't said to me? A bunch of, not me, to the internet at large. There were some compilation videos of all of the detractors live reacting to the streams, and big ups to everybody that does live reacts to these streams, because I cannot sit through Raw Phil just doing his thing and wading through the nasty in order to get to the good bits, the gold dust, as it were. So big ups to all of the restreamers out there. Where was I going with this tangent? By the way, yeah. So Phil paraded his wife out in front of the camera for everybody to see. According to him, it was widely successful because he made $300 that night. However, and this is not for me to say because I'm not like an expert on any of this type of stuff. It's just a general opinion. She did not look like she wanted to be there again. She had her eyes glued to the chat, seeing if anybody was going to say anything obvious. And the crazy thing about it too is like, dude, like you got to be able to just be more self-aware. Why are you doing this? I mean, I guess at the end of the day, you got paid, so it doesn't matter. But like, guy, like, this is not a good look for you. This wasn't a good look for her. I think you are just looking at the short term, making the money off of the situation. But this is going to really blow up in your face later down the line.
Basically, what it is my detractors and haters love to fabricate drama.
We're not fabricating drama. Like, we literally kind of just clip you and let it speak for itself, and then we add our own little bit on it. It's a DSP reacts. It's a reverse DSP reacts, and he always goes back and forth. Like, the detractors can do whatever they want, they can say whatever they want, and then it turns into, well, they like to fabricate stories and stuff like that. Make it make sense. I don't know.
So I saw a couple things, and one of the running themes was, oh, you just kept constantly talking over her.
True. You have this innate ability to just be so abrasive and just be so like I'm trying to think of the word, just like so oblivious to what's going on around you. Khat would go off and talk about some things, but again, if I'm fabricating this opinion, just please let me know. But like every time she would start going off on something, whether it be Starfield or Skyrim or just K-pop or anything of those things, if it didn't line up with what you were saying previously about, like, because you spoke for her for 5 years, and then when she was actually there, from her lips to God's ears, finally setting the record straight, once it kind of deviated from the path, you quickly pulled the reins in and talked over her. Like, that is the consensus amongst most of the people that watch you and watch what you did on Wednesday. You're getting mad at people for having an opinion about you, guy.
And interrupting her. So I asked her, I said, did you feel like I was doing that? She said, no, I don't know.
Once again, you're speaking for her again. And there it is. And there it is. You know? Oh, I'll let Khat speak for herself. But then I asked her, and then she said, come on, man. All in the same breath, guy.
I know what they're talking about. I know. Because, you know.
And then Khat agrees with me.
The thing is, if she's giving an answer, and I feel like I can add to it because there's something that we've talked about personally in a conversation,
then let her finish her thoughts, and then you add your point after the fact. You let her talk. If you paraded her ass out in front of the camera so she could talk to your audience, let her talk. Let her talk. Let her talk.
then I'm going to jump in and chime in. That way,
don't jump in. Look, okay, so I could give you the benefit of the doubt by saying, okay, maybe these people are right. Maybe you weren't. Maybe this was her idea, and she would have loved to have gotten in front of the camera and talked to everybody and just let people know that she's alive, because that was the thing. Hashtag where is Khat? Well, now we know where Khat's been. It's been in the house.
it feels organic, as opposed to...
No, it doesn't feel organic. It feels like you're cutting her off, and then you are trying to steady the ship and write the...
If I just let her talk endlessly.
Let her talk endlessly. Like who? Who do we know that talks endlessly? Who? I'll let that simmer. I'll let the class discuss that.
And then I never chime in.
Well, never chime in. Wait till she's done. Wait till she's done. That is a problem with people when they're having conversations with other people. And this is not just a Phil thing. This is everybody. This is a lot of people. Okay? You're talking to somebody and you're not talking to have the conversation. You're talking and you're waiting for the other person so you can say your thing. You're not having the conversation. You're not actively having the discussion back and forth. You're waiting for an opportunity to kick that door in and put your words in the conversation. Let her talk. Eventually she'll stop. Right? Are you afraid that she'll say something that you don't agree with or that you don't want people to know? Like, that sounds like a you and her problem. That sounds like you don't trust her to use her own voice. And by the way, let me just say this. You're a bad influence, my guy. You are a bad influence. Whether it be all the DoorDash or the sedimentary, is that the correct word? The non-active lifestyle. Like, you are a bad influence. Like, I'm gonna just leave it at that, because the Khat that we knew 5 years ago looks, sounds, and acts much differently. And she's looking and sounding and acting a lot like you.
Then you could not get to a certain part of a conversation that could be much more interesting.
See? He literally just said what she's got to say isn't interesting, so I need to make it interesting. Tell me if I'm telling lies.
And this is something that actually used to happen also when I used to do co-op stuff with John Rambo back in the day. I could just sit there and let him talk endlessly about what he's saying, like when we're doing our wrestling commentary show that we used to do. Or I could chime in with something additional, and he's like, oh yeah, and then he'll follow up, and then you have a back and forth.
There was no back and forth. She would talk until you cut her off, and then it was off to the next one. There was no back and forth. There was her talking, you cutting her off, and then off to the next one.
As opposed to just, I'm talking, now that person is talking, now I'm talking, now that person is talking. And
that's a conversation, you idiot! That is the real conversation. You don't talk with other people just to get your shit in. It's a conversation, so you hear what they gotta say, and then they hear what you gotta say. Fuck out of here. This dude has no social awareness at all.
Instead, you can actually have what's called conversational tone, which is more natural than just one person talking and then having a dialogue, then the other person has a single dialogue. It's a little.
What the fuck are you talking about, dude? You have no idea what this conversational tone is. Here's a conversation. You're talking about some dumb shit. And then I say, no, Phil, you're saying some dumb shit. Fuck you. And you're like, no, fuck me. No, fuck you, motherfucker. And then it goes back and forth endlessly on and on and on and on and on.
A little better, you see? But the thing.
Dark Side Phil, the guy, the barometer, the level of which he has to set the standard of. This is how you have conversation, guys. Really? Really? Because it seems like the only social interactions you have is with your wife, which, if we're going by what we saw on Wednesday, very poorly, and your chat, who you berate and mock and degrade and ban and time out. Fuck off.
The thing is, people have not heard Khat talk in over 5 years on stream. So I think a lot of people just were really attentive to what she was saying. And of course, you hear me talk every single day, all day.
Much to our detriment, for real. For real. Like, there are times where I'm just so sick and fucking tired of this guy. And then I need to take a break. I'll back off, I'll lurk, you know, I'll watch from a periphery view. But then he'll come around and then say or do something incredibly stupid, and I have to let it be known. I have to let it be known. It's just crazy. Like, the hold that this guy has on me and everybody else on the Vortex, it's fascinating. It needs to be studied. What is wrong with us?
So obviously what I'm saying probably isn't nearly as interesting as what you thought she was saying, because she's the person you haven't heard from. So I understand that feedback and I accept it, and thank you.
I accept it, but I'm not going to do anything with this information. This is the Dark Side Phil Level 1 podcast. This isn't Kat Brunell's Barnyard Bonanza. I don't know.
Asked her, and she
I
said
got
no,
nothing.
she didn't feel that way. But here's the thing, is when people say stuff like, oh, well, this was just happening. Well, it wasn't. The two people who were here can tell you it wasn't.
Where's the other person? Get Kat right now. Get her right now. Is she working? Is she working? Hey, Kat, come on up here. Hey, so they were saying that I was talking all over you. Do you think that's true or not? That's the kind of vibe I'm getting from it. Like, and that's just being generous, because, like, she's not even there to defend herself. So, like, why are we even getting it from him? It should be from her. That should be the quintessential question we're asking here.
But you're going to do that because you're running with your bullshit memes as usual, right? They always have to have a toxic, negative meme.
Why am I toxic?
Going on, and that was the running meme, supposedly, is that, oh, Phil just talked over her constantly the whole night. It didn't happen, literally.
That wasn't the meme?
Holy shit, this some hot garbage, but I can't stop listening.
Ain't that the fucking truth? That's one of the memes, but everybody was talking about Khat, really, and
Really factually didn't happen. Nice try. You failed again. Every time.
I hate that. I hate that. Like he got one, like he won, like another one. Chalk one up for DSP, because I need that victory, because I ain't got nothing else.
They gotta make up. This is their running. So for 2 days, you know, that night and all yesterday, that's all. That's the meme about the night, is that.
So I thought you don't follow the detractor bullshit nonsense. Do you have your flying monkeys telling you what's going on in your secret Discord? I sure hope one of those flying monkeys is watching this video right now. Hey, how's it going? LDZ from LDZ Gaming, from the level 99 live stream, where we are feeling fine all the way up here at level 99. Lord Diaz to some. This is me telling Dark Side Phil, hey man, big ups, man. Like, you have cultivated an incredible community of people, and your influence is so vast that has permeated and reached across the planet, because you have an entire internet full of people that despise you. And like, at the end of the day, yeah, the shit that you say do pisses me off, but I could turn off the camera, I could turn off the internet, I can go off and do anything else and be good. This is all just bonus DLC content. This is all just extra. I don't need this. I don't need you. But I do need everybody to subscribe to the channel because I got to get this channel to partner before Darkside Phil gets his DSP throwback channel to partner. Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
Warning. Nuking is now legal worldwide.
But I will give Phil credit because he is right in this sense. I am piggybacking off of his name in order to get a little bit more prominence on this channel. So you may have gotten me there, but at the end of the day, I have no problem saying it. Like, I am confident in myself that I could say these things out loud and know that these things are true, even if it benefits you, even if it gives you some small sense of accomplishment, knowing that what you're doing is influencing the world around you. And at the end of the day, man, I will give it to you in that way, the same way that I'm giving it to you in this way, if that makes sense.
Phil's an asshole. He wouldn't let his wife talk. Didn't happen. You're
True. Phil is an asshole.
an idiot. You can believe it in your circle jerking circles. No one else believes you because we all watched the videos. People were here live. They saw what happened and they had a good time. Okay. So, good stuff, right? I thought the stream went really well.
Yeah, because you got $300, you greedy bitch.
Now, when's the next time Khat will come on stream? We don't know yet.
On his YouTube channel, it says playlists, and it says Friday night, family night, or something like that. And it has a actually outdated drawing of Khat because it has shoulder length hair. Like, I think that, I don't know, man. And I'm actually a fan of pixie cuts. Like, I love pixie cuts on a girl, but Khat, it just ain't for you, man.
Let's see. Again, I want your feedback. I say we want your feedback. I'm obviously the one on stream all day. I'm the one who's going to hear it. I'll relay that to Khat.
Once again, unreliable narrator. Do you truly trust Phil to give you the right information? He's gonna go back to Khat and go, hey, they really weren't feeling you. They weren't like really interested in what you were trying to say. So maybe just cut that shit out.
We'll hear what people said. Do you want her to come on sooner rather than later? Maybe 2 weeks would be the sweet spot. Maybe this Wednesday night would be the next time. I don't know. Let's leave it all in the realm of possibility. And let's talk about it as we get closer to that. Basically,
let's talk about it, which means the audience talks about it, and then Phil shoots it down because he already knows what the answer is. He's trying to give his audience the illusion that they are in control. This is all smoke and mirrors. This is all like cloak and dagger shit. He already knows what the answer is. He's just trying to give everybody the impression that this is a democracy. But no, this is the United States of Phil Burnell.
not coming on right now. You know, we have a whole week of content to get through before there's even a possibility. So let's figure it out. I think people have different opinions too. Like some people are like, yeah, every 2 weeks is great.
Look at this guy shaking, by the way. How does he... Like, look at him. Like, he shakes. He's shaking in his seat. Like, maybe he has restless leg syndrome and he's like tapping his foot. Like, I'm trying to do this right now, but I can't because like I'm on the second floor of my house and like this desk is kind of wobbly. It's not the strongest. So like, even if I like do shit like this, all my monitors and my ring light and my webcam and the microphone and all that, they do be shaking. They do be shaking.
And others are like, well, maybe once a week is great.
But look at this guy
like,
shake right
maybe
here.
every 2 weeks for like
He's
a
shaking
vlog
bad.
style or a
Fake and
Q&A
bake.
style. But once you get to the gameplay, then have her on more often and maybe have her hang out with you maybe like, you know, once a week for the island thing. You know, we'll see.
For the what island thing? For the what island thing? He's talking about Like a Dragon. He loves Like a Dragon. I don't know why, but there's apparently an Animal Crossing style DLC or like extra side content that you can play. I don't know, man. I don't play that shit, and I don't watch him play that shit unless he's being shitty to his audience, which happens a lot.
Oh shit! We'll absolutely see and find out from
Let's get some sway action.
Cool.
I got the drip going.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to call it a stream. I love kind of like streamlining this experience for you guys. I don't want to take up all of your time, but any time that you do spend with the channel and with me, I greatly do appreciate it. So give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you. And please do leave a comment in the comment section. I do read all of them. I reply to all of them. And in fact, somebody in the comment section told me that I do this too much. The applause. I have a random applause sound effect button that I press. I don't watch Review Tech USA shit. I think it's cringe. I like his production values. I just don't, I consume my content somewhere else. My fill content somewhere else. However, I will take all of your comments and suggestions into consideration. And just like Phil, I already know what the answer is. I'm just going to like give you guys the impression that you guys have some sort of influence over me.
Here we go again.
It's like, I'm just kidding. Listen, I really do appreciate all the time that you spend with me and with the channel. Please do like, share, and subscribe if you were to be so kind. And to take a page from Atlas the Bookkeeper. If there are other detractors out there, please do search them out, check them out, and see if they are your cup of tea. One for a really good example is a really good friend on Twitter, Nerd Brew Gaming. Please do check out his channel. He makes excellent trailers for Dark Side Phil relevant content. And there's so much more out there. So if this isn't your cup of tea, it doesn't break my heart. Like I said, this is all bonus. This is all bonus content to me. And if there's a way that you think I can improve this production, please do let me know in the comments. Like I said, I do listen and I do read everything, and I'll take all of these things into consideration. So with all that being said, guys, take care, be safe, and until next time, peace.